Okay, yeah, I got the little red dot, so good.
Okay.
Also, there's a way to remove that red dot in settings if you don't like it. I did that. Alright, when does the show start?
It's starting now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I invited Captain Jack, but he hasn't joined.
He's got a...
Here, grab my
I
mic.
can't get in the... That's all right.
Yeah, it's not working. So you have to either sit on top of it or stand near it.
Hi, everybody. This is Desert Roads. Welcome to my show. And tonight we have some special guests. We're going to talk to the contestants and the winner of the MetaCourt Best Lawyer Contest. First of all, we're going to bring up the contestants. We'd like to introduce Frost Clips 1, 2, 3, and
Hello.
hi. And we have one more Cranky. Where'd Cranky Deer go? Did he leave?
Just going to the restroom.
Oh, Cranky Deer. Okay, well, when he gets done, we'll bring him up. And I'm also one of the contestants. Okay, there's Cranky Deer. Cranky Deer is one of the contestants of the contest.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have a foreman, a jury foreman we'd like to bring up, Miss Sarah Jane Smith. And we also have
You can grab one.
a debate judge, Mr. J.
You gotta click the trigger now.
And one of our other judges was not able to make it tonight. So I thank you guys for being able to show up tonight.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I got it.
All right, should be good.
You're welcome. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jay, can you tell us a little bit about the contest?
Jay, you're on mute.
I'm trying to record.
Does he have it on?
Jay, you're on mute.
Yeah.
You're on mute. No, he's on mute.
The way it was arranged, it was a double elimination contest, and Judge Meta Fishback arranged it. And he, in his courtroom, he had a regular court proceeding, and in mine, I had a debate style proceeding, because any good lawyer should be able to debate his case. And essentially, that's what a trial is. You're debating your case. You're debating your position. So I had in my courtroom different topics for the contestants to debate. And so they would debate in mine, in my courtroom. And in Meta Fishbacks and Judge Fishbacks, they had different cases that they would argue, and that would go to the jury.
How many totals of lawyers were there that night, Jay? Could you tell us that?
I believe there were 8.
Yeah.
And when they
I
did
think
the
so.
debate,
I think that's what I remember.
I think there was 2. The debates was like there was a pair, right?
Right.
So when they did the debate, so how did they kind of do that? So they won, and then they challenged the next person, and then they went back to the court with Judge Fish, right?
Right.
Okay. So can you tell us who won that night?
Who won?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Frost Clips won overall.
Yay! Frost Clips.
Frost Clips ended up winning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he won overall.
That's good.
So, yeah. But I think he only was in my courtroom in my debate once, though.
Yeah, I was in your courtroom once, but I did a debate like 2 or 3 times. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
a couple
he
of
did
us
do a
ended up
debate in our
within there
courtroom.
multiple times.
Oh, did
He
he?
did do a
Okay,
debate in our
that's right. He
courtroom,
did.
yeah.
He did. Yeah, he did do a debate. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
How was
So,
it?
so the debate was different. The debate style was different, though. So
Was it
I
pretty
think it was
challenging?
interesting.
Was it pretty challenging towards the
Mhm.
end? I mean, was it?
It was. I think it was challenging towards the end. I think everyone was getting kind of burned out. I was getting burned out at the end. Just listening to everything, I was getting very burned out at the end of it. I was just wanting it to be kind of over.
Right.
So, yeah, I was just getting tired. So, but it was overall it was a good experience. So,
Well, thank you, Miss Sarah. What's your opinion on the contest?
It was interesting. It was good.
Frankie, can you please sit
like
down,
Jay
please?
said, it was long. Being in the jury, we had I, you guys just had to fight the case. We had the honor of having to debate. Frost clips, you're in my way, buddy. On
Oh,
who,
sorry, my
on who was going to win and who was going to lose. How we, the judging of this thing was extremely complicated. We sat in there and we must have debated at least 10 to 15 minutes on each case to make sure that we got the right decision made. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was 7.5 hours long, but hey,
Yeah, that's a
it
long
was great.
contest.
I loved it. Had a ball. Yeah.
So towards the end, I know you'd said before that it was really hard. How emotional was it? Hard on you,
Oh, jeez.
on the jury.
Well, on the jury, I think the most emotional part was the last case where I had to actually announce the winner. I don't know if you guys noticed, but my voice cracked when I said it because I was sitting in my room here crying.
You
Because it
wasn't
was
the only
like
one
I wanted
crying.
everybody to win. I'm not one for crying. No, I wanted everybody to win. I wanted everybody to be the winner, but I knew we only could have one, and it was a interesting. Hell, Shuriken was there with me. He was in the jury with me. He'll tell you it was
Grief.
unbelievable.
as a jury member, I was curious what you all thought about the debate style.
The debate style actually created more debate in the jury room in the jury than it did with the two contestants. Um, um, they were both actually were equally hard to judge. I would well not hard, but difficult, intense to judge.
Yeah.
Being two different styles of courtroom, we had to change up our way of thinking to do the debate, as opposed to okay, did this guy produce the correct evidence? To
Yeah, because it wasn't about
substantiate his
evidence. It was
case
about
and
did he give the correct
yeah, the
argument?
correct yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It was we had to change up the way we were thinking
yeah,
with
yeah.
both the way we judged the debates as opposed to judge the court cases.
Right. Okay.
As a
I was just
as a
curious.
contestant, giving the arguments, I liked it. The debate was really fun. You got to see how persuasive people could be. Yeah, I was going up against Rose. It was tough. I ended up pulling through, but overall, it really makes you think. It gets you thinking about current world problems, especially with the opioid crisis question you gave. That had me thinking. I'm like, okay, how can I do this?
Right. Okay. What did you think of it, Frost? I'm just curious.
The debate style, I think it was actually one of the most challenging for me because usually with the debate style, I wouldn't know much information about it. So when you gave me the time to go in the back and think about it, I would instantly pull out my phone and start looking through articles of information and memorizing it down. I was like, bam, 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 that guy said that guy
Actually,
said that.
I heard you.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, I heard you, Siri, and I
Yeah,
heard you talking into
I
your
was like,
phone.
hey Siri, what does this mean? I don't know what they're
What is this?
talking
What is
about.
this? Yeah, I
don't know
heard
what
you
Siri
talking
was
into
saying.
your phone. Yeah, I heard you saying
that.
that. So
I
yeah.
was like, hey Siri, can I?
So Cranky.
It was funny.
So what did you think that you were gonna pull it all out, and did you think you were gonna win the championship of it?
Now, the thing about competition, you can't go in with the mindset of I am. You have to go in with the I hope. You gotta try your best. You gotta pull out all the stops. Clearly, I didn't do that. I kind of slipped up with Frost, and even if I won that case with Frost, I'd have to go again because he was undefeated. Dude, I was hoping that I could become number one because, in a contest, that's what it's all about, especially with that tasty, tasty cash prize. Which, Frost, how much was that?
It was $75.
Wowza, that's nice. Nice, but like I said, I clearly didn't pull out all the stops. I'm hoping that we do another one of these soon so I can put Frost in the ground.
Oh.
Might I
No.
remind you before you get on my case, this is the talk show where you talk freely.
I'm not saying nothing.
Okay.
I didn't say anything.
We're not gonna talk about how I wiped you down the floor like it was nothing. All right, Desert.
Cranky, you're in my way. I'm trying to record this. You're in my way. Get out. Move, boy.
Frost, I want to ask you, how's it feel to win?
Oh my gosh. I think the adrenaline when Sarah went up there and she was speaking, I was like freaking out. It was like
here's the thing.
my
I kept telling him, I said, Frost,
screaming.
you're gonna win. You got this. He said, no, Rose, you're gonna win. I said, no.
No, I was telling her to be more
love that
confident.
kind of stuff
No.
on the
I was like, be more confident in yourself, Rose. I mean, she was like, you won, Frost. I was like, Desert, be more confident. She won that round, and then I won the second round.
I told you.
Well, I have a question for you, Frost. I have a question for you. What did What did your parents think when you told them?
So my dad was dead asleep, but when I told my mom, she was just like kind of surprised. She had like no clue what I was talking about. I was like, what now, Meta? She's like, what are we talking about right now? Come on.
And you explained it to her, and then
I had to explain it to her, and she was like, oh, that's nice. I'm gonna go now.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And when your dad finally woke up and you told him, what did he say?
Yeah. He was just like, oh, that's nice. My Cash App is blah, 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 blah.
Well, and I'm gonna hold that money.
Well,
yeah, I'm not gonna keep that money.
It's gonna go into your college account. Law school's not cheap.
Rose, how did you feel about that?
Me? About Frost winning?
About the whole thing. Walk me through how your mind was going from the very first round with me all the way to the finals with Frost.
I was sick to my stomach.
Why?
Because I was nervous. I was crying from the beginning, cried to the end.
I heard you. You had to stop talking and just sit there, get your composure while you were debating with me.
Because I will tell you, the debate, I got my composure because, Cranky, I have diabetes. And in part of the debate, I had problems losing my concentration. And that was what happened because of the diabetes. And that was why I lost concentration, and it happened that moment that kicked in.
Type 1 or
And
type 2, if
I
I
have
may
type
ask? You
2.
may not answer the question.
I have type 2.
Alrighty.
And I got mad at myself because it chose that moment to do it. I knew at that time I lost that one.
Desert, I'm gonna actually ask you this: What was your feeling about being snack bar, hollow snack bar? Because honestly, I was terrified to go up against him because I've lost
I
many
had talked
times.
to Aloha earlier that day because me and him had been into it before. And we had come to an agreement to be friends. He had just added me as a friend that morning. So I knew what he was. I knew he was a paramedic.
You know what? I'm going to turn
And
this
I knew
into it.
he was respectful of me. Oop. Hold on. Oh. My microphone. I knew he was very respectful of me, and I was respectful of him. And when they put me up against him, I thought, oh crap. Especially the question Jay asked. I thought, why in the heck did you ask that one?
What question did I ask?
That was
What
the
was
drug,
it?
the drug one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the debate, the opioid debate.
Oh, the opioid debate.
Because I knew it was him being a paramedic. He knew more than I did.
It was the question whether or not drug addicts should be incarcerated or sent to treatment in light of the opioid crisis.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm kind of personal to that one because I'm very open about it because I am in recovery for 19 years and I'm a drug counselor. I've been in recovery for 19 years.
See, I knew
I'm
you
kind
was.
of partial.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of partial to that question. And I'm open about my recovery to people because I'm open about it because how else do people know that you can get better, that people can get help? So I talk to people about it.
Right, and I knew you
So
was.
I kind of threw that one. Yeah, so I kind of throw that one out there. So I didn't know Aloha was a medic, and it was very interesting his perspective on it because he was very pro incarceration. So I kind of found that interesting.
I did, and it kind of bothers me because of the way what he answered. Because I still believe that they shouldn't be incarcerated. Because they're not getting no help when they're being incarcerated.
Well, it also it goes to the idea: is addiction a disease or is it a moral failing? So
it's a disease to me.
Well, yeah, and so if you think it's a moral failing, then people tend to say incarcerate them. So
I mean, they're not, but they're not, but they're not. To me, they're not failures. I mean, they already feel like they're a failure to people. I mean,
yeah, and if people say it's a moral failing, then they tend to say incarcerate them. So
that's why suicide goes along with alcoholism and goes along with drug abusers because.
Sorry to cut everything here.
No,
I
Cranky.
have to go.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I have to leave. Goodbye, everyone. Have
All
a
right,
good
bye.
day.
Go. That's
Goodbye.
why there's the suicide rate is high among drug users and alcoholism because the depression goes along with it too. And I'm not saying that because the things I know, but that's just a known fact. Because they don't have, a lot of people don't have the support that a lot of people get. They get put down and things like that, and they're told that, oh well, you're worthless. Look at you're a drug user. Look you're an alcoholism. My dad was an alcoholic. There's drug users in my family. There's alcoholism. Half of my family in Kentucky are drug users. I stay away from them because, I don't know, if it runs in the family. Why put myself in that situation? They don't try to get the help. That's the problem.
honestly, at the last round between you and Frost. I thought it could have gone either way. I thought it was a coin flip. I don't know how the jury felt, but I thought it was either way. Yeah,
I
Frost.
knew he had it.
Can I say something? Wait. Yeah. Wait. Actually, no.
No,
Can
you're
I
not
say
allowed to say
something?
nothing.
Please.
Let me say something. I knew you had it, and that's why I told you had it. When she came down and put her head down, I knew you had it. Yes, I was upset, but not at you for winning. Okay.
Okay, Shirkin, you were in the jury, weren't you?
I was
Yes.
upset
Yes.
with myself. I was disappointed in myself because I knew I could have done better, but I didn't.
Wait,
A lot of those
can I say-
topics.
Can I say something? real
Go ahead.
quick?
Yeah, go ahead,
Sarah told me the reason why I won. You were originally gonna win, but when the jury were talking for their 20 minutes, Sarah and I guess someone in the jury realized that when you're you said it was something about being deployed into the army or just like somewhere around there. I can't remember. You're supposed to be able to have like a 2-week break after like a month or so, and you can come back to where you originally were, and then he could have robbed my client, and then
Oh, what broke?
Yeah, the whole thing with that case was that we were divided on the decision.
What broke?
So we took your police report and we took her marching orders, and that we went off of that, and we also got the date from you, and then the police report.
Yeah, the date was one of the things that did it because
25th.
because remember she had him, doing this and showing his arms and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, this is October. The incident happened in June. He had plenty of time for that little scratch or whatever to heal.
Yeah,
So,
like-
that was another thing. Doing this
I never caught the
and
date,
showing
but he never told a date.
Yeah, because Sarah went out
Yeah,
and
we
asked
had to
for
come
the
out.
date.
we had to come
But-
out
but
and
he
did-
ask.
But
Yeah,
he never told a date in court.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
client
but you never
told me-
asked either.
Yeah.
You never asked
Well,
either.
that is true.
I usually ask
That
as
is
a
true.
judge. I usually ask
Yeah.
as a judge.
Yeah,
I
well-
usually bring it up later because I always do that because whenever people bring up the accusations, I bring it up in the closing statement to backfires some stuff.
Yeah.
The biggest thing
it was
about
really
it
close,
was-
I thought. So
Yeah. The biggest thing about it was that in the police report he was arrested, so that was contradicting to him being overseas for the military if he was arrested.
He wasn't arrested. It was a mistaken identity.
It confirmed it.
That's
though.
what I
So
that's
that-
what
yeah,
I put
that's
in
what-
the
that's what-
that's what I put in the jury. That's why I told you guys it was a mistaken identity because he was overseas at the time.
Excuse me.
But it was the 2 weeks that when he can come back. That's when he got arrested and identified, and then came back. I guess because that he got brought
Yeah.
to court after he served his time in the war.
He wasn't in
And
during
also-
the war. He was taking images. He never was in the war. He was taking images.
Or something like that.
So he was always behind the camera. Could have
Yes.
been anybody behind that camera.
Yes.
Could have been anybody behind that camera taking the pictures in his name while he was back here. That was one of the biggest things that we were debating. You never saw him in any of the pictures because he was behind the camera. He could have had his wingman taking the pictures, saying that he was there when he was really back here in the States. So
So then that brings
It
up
was-
a,
it was a
that brings
tough
up a
one.
subject that I had with Cranky Deer then last night because he kept saying about how he had time stamps but he didn't have date stamps.
Yeah.
What?
Well, yeah, I remember that.
On a
I
case.
on the
remember
pictures.
that.
Yeah.
Which case? My case?
Yeah. Okay, I
For
see what you're
the,
saying. I'll know that next case.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I was kind.
No, this helps me. This helps me. No, this helps me.
I was surprised by the lawyers in the beginning because I thought that they was gonna be more aggressive, but it wasn't.
I'm not an
I
aggressive
was
person. I'm not an
surprised by
aggressive
that.
lawyer. I'm a mean lawyer.
Yeah.
But I'm not an aggressive lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Sarah, after this, you want to go to MetaCourt? Because I got an idea for a case. I needed a client or just somebody.
Hey.
Oh, Lord.
I had an idea for a case. I needed a client.
Honestly, for the next lawyer, I thought of throwing my hat back in the ring. Because when MetaCourt first started, I did the lawyer thing for many, many times. And then I became a marshal later. So I thought of throwing
Nice.
all this whole thing, lawyer stuff. I was watching, I was like, oh, why didn't he say this? Or why didn't he think that? So I thought maybe taking off the marshal hat and throwing my hat in the ring
You wanna play
to
up
be a
against me?
lawyer again.
Oh yeah.
You wanna play
I was about
against
to say,
me?
Oh
we're
yeah,
just gonna win
bring it
that one.
on. Bring it on,
I
Desert.
was gonna
Come
think
on.
I
Bring
was
it
gonna
on.
think that Gray
Come
would
on.
probably take the second one and not to play Gray in the Ultimate
I'll
Championship.
play against you, Jay.
Because honestly, Gray
Yeah.
playing
So
against a
so
couple
Oh.
other
because
Yeah, that's what we honestly thought. We honestly thought that it was going to come down to this one and Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Gray couldn't
And
show
then
us who's
when
gonna be the
Gray
next
when then
one.
Gray couldn't do it and he dropped out, then it was like, okay, now it's anybody's race. But we really honestly thought it was going to come down to those
I'm
two.
gonna be honest with you.
No.
I really didn't think I was gonna make it that far. I really didn't. When they said aloha, I thought, oh shit, no, I'm gone.
Honestly, when I
That's why I
first went
told
against
Judge.
Aloha,
I
was
I
like,
told him. I said, you know what? I quit now. And Judge said, why? He's a paramedic.
Jay,
Yeah.
you and Meta judges, y'all topics for the debates and the cases were pretty good because we actually was in that jury duty actually debating amongst each other. We was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah.
He
Sarah,
gave me.
how was
he gave me
the
such
one
hard
with me and
debates.
Cranky?
I didn't. I really struggled on the debates. Now, except for that
Same.
beauty pageant one, nobody wanted to debate with me on that one.
See, that's false clips. False clips don't know nothing about that.
I was about to say, like, I know no thing about no beauty stuff.
Aloha
Come on,
wouldn't
give me
do that
something
one.
else.
They threw
It's because
One
Phil.
nobody
time-
knows about it.
I
I
do.
did give somebody an easy one, but I thought it was going to be an easy one, but they got ultra serious about it because I said, what is the better music style, hip hop or country music? And they did, in the 5 minutes that I gave them, they did research on it, and they said the origins of country music, and they said the origins of hip hop, and he went on some website and said the statistics of how many people listen to country music, and they got ultra serious about it, and I
Did they
thought
win
that was
that
a
case?
lighthearted. Yeah. No,
Who
it
was
came
it?
to a draw. It came to a draw. Were you there? Were you there on that one?
Mm-mm.
No,
No,
who
I
was it? Who
wasn't
was
there
it?
on
Who
that
was it?
No, it was the guys that
Jimmy
they
Mack?
were both in.
Jimmy wasn't Jimmy
Yeah,
Mack?
they were both in purple suits, both of them. one of
Hollow
them-
and Jimmy Mack?
Yeah, yeah.
Ohashi or
yeah,
Oshira.
Oshira.
Oh yeah.
Oshiro. Oshiro
Yeah.
versus Jimmy
Yeah.
Mack?
Yeah. And it was a complete draw on that.
Mm.
And so
They
I said,
both
okay.
serious?
So I did another topic, and I don't remember the topic, and they were completely split again. So
Mm.
I was just like, okay.
When I went against Oshiro in the debate, I was for sure. I thought I was gonna lose that round. I don't know how I pulled it off. It was that one. It was about the playing violent games can cause school shooting, and I sat there for a
Yeah.
while, and when it brought it to my mind, I was like, violent games can bring up the potential of a kid to their mind of what they can do. So when I thought about that I was sticking with it puts some mindset into somebody of what they can cause, and if that's what they want to cause, then they will do it because it shows them what they can cause.
Hey,
And
hey,
that's
hey,
what I
Frost.
stuck on.
Hey Frost.
Mhm.
I know you play Grand Theft Auto. If you need somebody to talk to, okay?
Man, get out of here!
Well, you know
Oh my
what,
God.
Frost? Nobody can force you to do anything you don't want to do. So, I mean, So what you do it on your own. Nobody forces you to do anything. So you're bringing that up.
We're gonna have another debate here again.
Yeah, I know.
I know, right?
What up?
Yep,
Wait,
bringing
bringing what up?
That game, debate you were talking about the game, the video games.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
forces.
Yeah, the
No one can
violent
force you to
games.
do anything you don't want to do. So whatever you do,
Yeah.
that's on your own self.
But
So
with kids,
you cannot
are
blame
different.
you cannot blame that on a video game. So what you do
Well,
on your own.
Okay,
Blame it
okay.
on the
Yeah.
parents
Okay.
for buying the kid
Oh,
the video
yeah,
game.
that's what I'm about to say. You have to blame it on the parents because all these video games are rated for certain age
But
groups.
if you give the child money and that child, let's say that child's like 13 years old, and you give that child money allowance, and that child goes whether behind the parent. I'm not saying the parents can't allow it, but I have a child that is sometimes sneak stuff. Okay, you don't tell me you ain't got kids that go sneak stuff. You do. Okay, kids
Yeah, I
are
got kids.
Kids are sneaky.
Now, I'm gonna
Kids
tell
are
you
very
something.
sneaky. Kids are very sneaky.
Look, my son asked me for Grand Theft Auto when he was about Frost's age.
I don't like Grand Theft Auto
And I
either.
said, okay,
Believe me,
fine.
I don't like it. I know what's
Well,
in that game.
I knew what it was, but I
Yeah.
homeschooled my kids, so
I
you know,
homeschooled
love
mine
Grand Theft
too.
he was
Auto.
very
Yeah.
he was very well, rounded. He was in Young Marines. He was already by that time, I think, a second degree black belt in Taekwondo. I had him in those two things, and I took him on Sundays to the library so he could play Yu-Gi-Oh. So I knew
Hey,
he
mine
was
did too.
a good kid.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
So, but when I took him to Walmart to get him that video game, she took it out of the container and she looked at me and she says, "Now, are you do know?" And I said, "Yes." And he went to grab it. She says, "Honey, I'm sorry. You can't take this. I have to give it to your mother.
'Cause you
She
have to be
has to carry
17.
it out of here and pay for it. And then once you leave the store and you get in the car, then she can hand it to you. But as long as you're in the store, so kids going out and buying these things when they're underage, I don't know how they're getting away with it, but
Because I'm gonna tell you
because
why.
if you have
No,
to,
I used to work
Sarah,
at Walmart.
Sarah.
Hold on. I used to work at Walmart. Not all cashiers will do that. They'll let most of them cashiers that work at Walmart will just hand it to the kids.
Well,
They can
well,
also download
Yeah,
it.
well,
The-
yeah,
yeah,
I was gonna
download
say, yeah,
digitally.
most of the time they'll just say, "Hey, mom, can I buy a game for this amount of money? If they have
Yeah.
this amount of money, they won't say
Yeah, that
the
was Frost
game
does.
name,
we're
and they'll
talking
just buy
we're
it."
talking 20 years ago. Napster
was
had
what
come
Frost
out
does.
yet, so
That
And
was
I know
Frost
what's
does.
in that Grand
I
Theft Grand Theft Auto
Yeah,
game.
no, I was
I know
like,
what you're talking about. Yeah, no.
That's me right
There's even
there.
worse
That's
games
my
out now.
Yeah.
There's one out now that you can enhance down there and up here now.
yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah. I know
Oh, you talking about Cyberpunk? You talking about
Yeah,
Cyberpunk?
yeah.
Mhm.
No,
Of course he knows this
Zach
one.
is not getting
Yeah.
that game.
Oh, you're talking about that game.
No.
Oh, you mean that game?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about Ultra Punk 96. Oh, I love that game.
No,
Some random game I've
No.
never heard of.
no.
Oh, you
We're-
mean that? Yeah.
we are not getting that game, Jay. No.
Oh,
Not
I
playing-
know that game.
Cyberpunk.
We are
So
not
good.
playing that game. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna go around with
Are you
something sticking out down here.
Yeah, I seen it on TikTok.
Okay,
I
it
was
looked
like,
real
what
funny the way you did that, Rose. I'm not going around with something sticking out down here. That's what you
I'm not
did.
going around with
That's
something
what you
sticking
did
out
right
here.
now.
I'm not so
I'm
good.
not.
No, I don't want you with something sticking out down here. That looks so
Yeah, I
funny.
don't think anybody wants something sticking out there.
Okay. Wow.
Well,
I need
I'm
a
gonna come
cigarette
over
after this.
well, they make them with these things go here too, though. I mean,
Oops, I just hit the ashtray. Wrong pack.
so
Hey, can I get a
I'm
cigar?
creeping around my
Wrong
table.
pack.
looking
What are you
for it.
smoking? Yeah, you hit the cigarette, and then you says, "Oops, wrong pack." Cigarettes.
You got the
Or what are
chocolate
smoking
flavor
there?
and the banana flavor.
There's an empty pack and there's a full pack on my
Oh,
table.
okay.
And
all
so
right.
I grabbed the
I
empty
thought you were
one
reaching for
instead
the
of full.
wrong cigarette there. Sorry.
No,
Wait.
no.
the wacky tobacco.
No.
Okay, I know. Making a joke there.
No, those are in my brownies.
Sarah,
Oh, okay.
can I get one?
No, you
okay, the
cannot.
edibles.
Just one.
No.
And a
No.
half? Okay.
No.
No, you should not. Do not smoke. I can honestly say I've never smoked a cigarette in my life.
Oh God.
Don't drink and I don't smoke.
False Clips, you trying to
Shoot,
fight
that's the
already?
first thing I do when I get up is light a
What?
cigarette.
Are you trying to fight? I told you
I'm
my
a
hands are ready to
boring
eat for
person.
everybody.
My hands are ready and for mature. Come on, put it. Yeah, put it down.
Hold on. Let me drop this in.
Hey, you do realize I'm recording. You're gonna edit this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just gonna put it out.
Put this
it
round one.
out.
Put this round one.
Put-
Come on, let's get it. Just put the
I don't
hands
edit
up. Put
nothing.
the
I
hands
don't
up.
even edit my pictures.
Saying I'm the best boxer and the best meta lawyer.
See, Frost
Yeah,
playing violent video games.
Yeah, I know that one game.
But anyways,
Oh, I feel
what
better
time
now.
is it?
It
don't know. What
is
time is it?
9:37.
10:37.
Okay. Well,
11:37.
I appreciate everybody coming out tonight
Okay.
for the show.
Yeah.
That was a good talk. I
was.
enjoyed our round table here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank everybody for coming to the show, and this is Rose signing off. Mwah!
Thank you, Rose.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm gonna get on with a MetaCourt.
And let me stop my recording here.